Hello Nakama. Welcome to Nimehara. This channel contains One Piece facts and theories. Don't forget to subscribe and notification bells. Sends back to show the situation on Hachinosu Island, which has become more and more exciting with the various developments that occur. In the middle of the city, a three-camp battle between the Akagami pirates, which consists of Shanks and Benn Beckman, then the kurohige pirates, which consists of Kyuzen, Shiryu then from Augur, and then the Navy, which consists of Kizaru Momo Usagi. You are a young girl. Continue with more and more exciting. In that hot fight, Sean Don Benn Beckman still holds the upper hand against those enemies. There was this interesting moment where Sean launched a major attack that resulted in destruction in the neighborhood. Even the enemies work hard to fend off and avoid the repercussions of the attack since the surrounding area was destroyed. For there was also thick dust covering the fighting area. It also makes kurohige, who were remotely monitoring, difficulty to see what is going on. But suddenly, from behind the dust, shot a haki-covered bullet aimed at me. Kurohige he did have time to fend off. Hands layered Busho Shoku Haki, but the impact of the bullet attack was still felt. Painful. The one who shot from behind the thick dust was Benn Beckman. When Sean launched a strong attack on the enemy in the middle of the city, Benn Beckman is after kurohige, who were monitoring the fighting there. It also annoys kurohige, but now he will be more careful, because Benn Beckman is apparently pretty much action from Sean and Benn. This Beckman is fairly shocking. At the beginning of the fight, I'll see that Sean and Benn Beckman focused on fighting central area, the kurohige pirates, and the Navy. They're also focused on those two people. But apparently Benn Beckman is up to something surprising. Sean deliberately occupied the enemies in the fighting area, while Benn Beckman is secretly launched an attack on kurohige, who were watching from afar. Kurohige, I didn't even think it would happen. It was almost a bullet from Benn that Beckman hit kurohige in the head. Benn Beckman knows that kurohige will definitely focus more on paying attention to Shanks. Benn Beckman took the initiative to make that surprise attack on kurohige. Kurohige also said he was to focus on Shanks, until he forgot that the person beside him is also extremely dangerous. Kurohige already knows the news about Benn Beckman. According to the people, his strength is almost equal to Shanks. That means his strength almost on par with Yonko. Start from here. Kurohige will not only monitor Shanks only, but Benn Beckman is also a must-watch out. Beside kurohige, there's Katarina Devon, who said that the shot, it almost hit kurohige. Kurohige also said she won't let it happen again. Then he asked Devon to go from there, but stay out of the fight in the middle of the city. Kurohige wants Devon to go to another area and attack the enemies, who are battling an alliance. His alliance that came. Kurohige wants Devon. The more it puts pressure on those enemies, in order to increase their advantage in this war. Devon rushed from there to carry out orders from the captain. In other areas, Kobe came to the place of Garp and Bogart, who were fighting against numerous kurohige alliances. That way, they're Garp accompanied by his right hand, Bogart, and his student Kobe. Garp asked them to do my best and show the enemy the results of their training. Here it makes Bogart and Kobe get excited, so the two of them put up a bigger fight. From before, Bogart uses various slash techniques, which is fast and also strong, while Kobe use a variety of skills boxing taught by Garp. From a distance, Sengoku, who was also fighting against the enemies, can look over to where they. Sengoku smiled and said, "What an interesting view." When looking at Garp fought while accompanied by the two men, Bogart the right-hand Garp and Kobe, the Garp student. In other areas again, there's a unit leader, the kurohige pirates demon fruit user. This guy is so strong, so that he managed to take out a lot of the marines, and also the regular crew members in the Akagami pirates. Rockstar stood in front of him and tried to keep fighting back, but in the end, Rockstar fell too. Rockstar ability, it was not enough to fight the enemy in front of him. It's because Rockstar himself, not as strong as the other Akagami pirate corps crew, the leader of the Pirate Demon Fruit User Unit. This kurohige is moving further into the city. He defeated the enemies that were trying to obstruct her, until he finally met a Eiichiro, certainly far different from all the enemies he had faced before. Well, the leader of this unit said she knew who the spirit was for a long time, because he was often on the news about the core crew. The Akagami pirates were, according to him, before joining the Akagami pirates, that Eiichiro already has a big name in the South Blue region. It seems the leader of the kurohige pirate unit. This comes from South Blue, just like where Eiichiro came from. So naturally he knew about Eiichiro's big name in his hometown. After a short conversation, these two men began to attack each other, moved to another place far away from their katakuri. Marco and BG, who were sailing, were shown back. On the previous discussion, suddenly, Katakuri sensed a ship from a distance. The ship has not yet been seen, but Katakuri can feel it from a distance. Using high-level Haki Kenbun-shoku, Katakuri's superior to Marco and BG, so there's only Katakuri. Only one can feel it. Nah. Marco immediately took the initiative to fly high. Using phoenix wings, to see whose ship was in the distance. That apparently it was a ship owned by pirates who escaped of the war in New Marineford yesterday. As we know, some of the pirates who attacked the headquarters of the Navy that already slaughtered by Kano Kon Dan Turo, while some decided to retreat because they weren't sure they could. One in that situation, for the pirates who had been taken down by Akano Kong and Turu, they were immediately thrown into prison until down na. For these retreating pirates, apparently they were still sailing the seas. Katakuri also asked Marco, whose ship is in front of it. Marco also answered them. It seems the pirates who retreated from fighting in the base. Navy BG said, "What we're gonna do right now? Are we going to attack, or let them go?" Katakuri is here using Kenbun-shoku Haki, a high level, to get a glimpse of the future. What will happen? Katakuri see with Kenbun-shoku right that a few minutes after this, their ships will cross paths. Then the pirates will start attacking. They're there, so it's better to hit them first, so things don't become troublesome. Marco was also impressed by the vision of the category, because I can see the future in a few minutes. Usually, it can only be a few seconds. Apparently Katakuri has increased again the ability of Kenbun-shoku right, become more and more powerful again until it can see far enough into the future. It looks like this is the Shoku Haki Do technique, which is almost the same as Shanks, where at the time in the CL buff yesterday, Shanks had seen a few minutes into the future when Eustaskit would destroy the ships of his alliances, so that Sean took the initiative to attack first. Order attack kit. It becomes a fail. Well, Katakuri at this time apparently have already reached the level Shoku Haki Do that is almost the same as that. Maybe it's still superior. Kenbun-shoku Haki belongs to Shanks, but still, increased Katakuri ability. This is pretty amazing. By knowing those pirates will attack, then Katakuri, Marco and BG began to planning to launch an attack first. Move to another place. Al buff will be displayed again. Well, in a unique branch where Zoro and Sanji are, they're still fighting the giant. A new demon appeared there. Why this fight has gone on long enough? Because the demonic giant, stronger than the demon giants, the one before the previous fight. This one demon giant, originating from a formidable soldier who has a big name to the door, so when he was made into a demon by Sama, his strength has increased exponentially from before. No. On the other hand, and Sandy. Also, you can't be too excessive in spending energy because they know the main battle will be in the Sun world later. So before getting there, they have to keep your energy full and don't get too exhausted. So it's not surprising facing the giant in a battle. This devil is quite persistent because Zoro and Sanji have to fight while conserving energy. But now that battle has reached the final round, Zoro and Sanji are ultimately the same. Decided to launch a strong attack on that demon giant. The two of them are thinking, it's okay, exhausting quite a lot of energy. Hopefully, they can defeat that demonic giant soon. there will be time later too, for them to take a short rest, and eating a lot of food to regain energy. While the combination of Zoro and Sanji that also makes the person, the demon giant was thrown and immediately fell. The main reason why that demon giant was thrown out, because he's a pro at Sanji's kick. Then, the main reason why because of Zoro's Shoku Haki from his sword strike for kurohige. Even those who are with them are amazed when seeing the actions of those two people, because I'm able to defeat a very powerful demon. But even so, there is also a concern from Hajirudin. He said, if the demon giant, the creation of the enemy above, is already this powerful, so of course, the enemy has a much more terrifying power. That is indeed true, because of the ability of being together, hundreds of times stronger than that demon giant. Even maybe thousands of times over. Even so, Sanji said that the other friend. No need to worry. Zoro also said something similar, and adding that no matter how strong the enemy is in the future, he is sure about the Straw Hat Pirates. We will definitely still be able to move to Marijoa, to battle between Dragon, Garling, and Nusturo back in the spotlight, after attacking each other at high speed a while ago. They are attacking each other with their respective powerful moves. Nusturo and Garling jointly launch a technique that combines, among the sword skills, Haki and also the power of the devil fruit. As for the dragon, he is using a combination of wine technique and Haki to face the attack from those Dagoroses. That also resulted in their attacks are clashing in the air and create a balanced impact of the explosion. Both Dragon and Garling and Nusturo, we both crashed into the flames as a result of the impact of that.